Hey, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Teas. I'm T.
And I'm Twizzle.
Yeah. Welcome back to another awesome week. We have a special guest. I call her Tully. I was just going to say we have a special guest, Tully. That's not her full name. Her name is Emily Tullock. That's her name. We're going to talk to her later about her podcast. So mother-loving, funny. There would be no cursing today. I'm determined. Determined.
I don't have a tally going or anything.
Do you think there's a pool somewhere?
I'm sure there's a pool. I'm sure, but
I could do it.
All right, I have faith in you.
All right. So, Twiz, how was your weekend?
Pretty good. How was yours?
It was pretty good. Productive. I got some stuff done.
Yeah. How did you fare the tropical storm Elsa?
Oh my God! So Elsa went right over my house as I was doing Uncorked Poetry Podcast on Friday. So my power went out, and my guest Amanda Shea, thank God, she was amazing. She continued to host the show, did a badass, really good time. She did a really good.
She did amazing. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda. She was amazing, an amazing guest, and hopefully we can have her on again so we can have a full conversation. But that was my weekend.
Sounds beautiful. Good morning, Maxie.
Morning, Maxie.
Oh, before we start, I wanted to make a special shout out to Tenacious J, the technical guru. Yesterday was his birthday. Happy birthday. We appreciate you
so very much. Happy birthday, Tenacious. I feel like you gotta say it like that. I don't know why. Tenacious.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So we're gonna hop into these holidays of the day. We have some really, really good ones for you this week. Oh wait, do you want to do the song clue first or holiday of the day?
Holidays.
Okay, cool. All right. So the first holiday I thought was super fun, and I think we should all get back to this. Twiz, we got this. Yeah.
Yeah. That could be our job.
Was International Town Criers Day. That's our day. You know, town criers aren't a thing anymore, but you know, they go into the street and let you know what's happening in the village, and they'd be kind of funny too. It's
like hear ye.
Right? Oh my God. Tully'd be so good as a town crier. Yeah.
Tuesday, which is today, is Embrace Your Geekiness Day. And it's our day.
It's us.
Let your geek flag geek flag fly. Embrace all your geekiness.
I love it. I love it so much.
I'm a nerd, and I'm gonna embrace it today. And you should too.
Embrace that geekness. Let it out. Let it out, girl. Boy. Non-denominational. Who? All.
Anyone. Everyone.
Why am I like this?
I don't know. I'm the same way today. We're just stumbling.
All right. So Wednesday is National Nudist. Yeah, National Nude Day. Okay. So all you nudists out there, get yourself to the beach. All right. Take off your clothes. Let the sun hit all them places. Okay. Let the sun in. Let it in.
Yeah. Have fun. Put on some sunscreen. Yeah, you're the next one.
Oh, sorry.
What day is today? I don't know.
Right? Thursday is National Give Something Away Day. I'm gonna try to do this, but I don't share well, so I'm gonna work on it. So maybe like Thursday is for me, so I can like share.
But you do share well. You share your love and your advice and your thoughts and your poems. You share.
Well, thank you.
They didn't say that it had to be something tangible. You give something away all the time.
I share pretty well.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Friday is National Personal Chef Day. So if any of you want to be my personal chef, let me know. I could use one. Oh, Saturday is also National Tattoo Day, which makes me want to go get more tattoos. I want all the tattoos. Yes. According to T, they're cheaper in Georgia, so
I've got 3 tattoos since I've been down here.
Maybe I should just head on over there.
Come on down.
Get some tattoos.
Sunday is National Nelson Mandela Day. He was a human rights lawyer, a prisoner of conscience, and international peacemaker. He was the first democratically elected president of Free South Africa. So he deserves a day. He deserves a hell of a lot more than that. Today is International Nelson Mandela Day. So yeah, maybe give to the Mandela Fund. I'm sure there is one.
I'm sure there is one too. And never stop, if you're an activist, never stop doing that. Have them in the back of your mind. Keep fighting. Fight for that equality, because we have a ways to go.
Man, listen, check out Texas right now. Like, Democrats are leaving in order to stop voter suppression. So yes, keep fighting.
Keep fighting.
All right. Holiday. Nope.
Song clues are hard this week.
They are hard this week. We made it super hard this week.
We did.
Okay. Which one do you want? The song or the artist?
I'll do the artist because it's short and sweet.
Okay.
The artist clue, the artist's name is in the song clue.
And the song clue is a weird parody of Jason Derulo's song. Huh?
Yeah. Think. It's a hard one. It's a throwback.
We made it hard this week.
Yeah. I have done it without Tenacious J.
Right? He's so good at this. He's so good at it. Yeah, Tenacious.
All right, so think long and hard, and we'll get back to you at the end of the episode.
All right. Well, it is that time, my wonderful people. Our wonderful guest, Emily Tullock, Tully, is here, and we're going to talk about her podcast, Neighborhood. Hold on. Yeah. Neighborhood Radio. I was going to say Neighborhood Podcast. Neighborhood Radio. It's a really fun podcast. You can find it wherever you find pretty much every podcast. They seem to be on every streaming place, and they're also on Facebook. Yeah, so everyone, please welcome Emily Tullock.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing today?
We're great.
Thank you. Are you drinking coffee?
Am I drinking coffee? Yeah, I'm drinking coffee. I have Cape Cod's French roast. It's decaf because I don't drink caffeine. Well, I know there's a little bit of caffeine in decaf, but I don't drink a lot of caffeine. And then I have a little bit of my vanilla soy milk in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Why'd you cut out caffeine?
I cut out caffeine in October because I was having I already have bad anxiety, but I was having severe anxiety every day, just debilitating, and I was shaking and all that. So I just was maybe I should cut out caffeine because I know that doesn't help people who are anxious already. So I did, and it's been great. So now whenever I accidentally drink caffeine, I'm wired. It actually works. It actually makes you feel awake, and then you can't sleep at night. But yeah, so that's why I don't drink caffeine anymore.
That makes sense. Yeah. Before we start, can you tell us a little bit about the guest that's behind you?
Oh, hold on.
I see the tail flick.
Juniper, she just got into a fight with her brother, so she's in the room with me now.
Somebody's in timeout.
Yeah. Juniper Rose. That's
Welcome Juniper to Coffee with Teas.
Yeah, she's not drinking coffee. Sorry, she's not allowed. She's too young.
So, Tully, we wanted to talk about your podcast, Neighborhood Radio, which is really, really funny. It's an improv podcast, and I think the idea is great. It's you, your husband, and Chelsea. What's Chelsea's last name?
Hederick.
I feel like I knew that. I don't know. So the premise is this guy, Mike, is living, he moved to this new house, and now he found this magical radio in the basement, and his neighbors all talk to him through this radio, and madness ensues, and it's all improv. It is a really, really fun show. Triz, do you have a question for Emily?
I have so many questions. But my first one is a pretty generic one, but it's a pretty important one to ask. Where did you get the podcast idea from?
It was Chelsea's idea. She had come to me and Mike in probably November or December, and just had this idea. Her and I and Mike had done improv together for the past 4 years with New Classics. And of course, with the pandemic, we were no longer able to do improv anymore. And so she was really feeling like she needed a creative outlet. And I was feeling the same because I was missing theater. And it just kind of made sense for us to work together because I already had the editing background. So I knew that I could handle editing the podcast. And, her and I and Mike had always had fun doing improv together. So it was all Chelsea's idea. I'm going to let her know. I'm not trying to take her idea at all. She was definitely the one who got us to that. And now it has just grown so much over the past 7 months.
Cool. Yeah. You guys have 27 episodes?
Yeah. As of right now, we have 27, which is nice. I honestly didn't think we'd make it past 5 or 6. I thought we'd all get bored or just it would be too much for us and we'd just can it. But so I think that's a pretty good sign that it's already on episode 27.
So you guys play a lot of different characters. My favorite character is Tiffany. I love her laugh. It is so ridiculous.
Thank you.
Do you have a favorite character that you love to improv for?
Yes, I do. I don't know how far you've gotten with listening, but around episode, I want to say 9 or 10, I introduced Chevy Thompson, who lives in the underground tunnels in the neighborhood. I don't want to spoil too much, but he's kind of a criminal. He has a granddaughter who he loves. That's my favorite character to play because I developed his voice when I was playing pretend with my little sister, like back in January, and she was a store clerk and I was a customer, and I just developed this character, Chevy Thompson, and I was like, I need to bring him into the podcast, and I just like him because he's got a heart of gold, but he's also an insane criminal who loves his granddaughter. So that's my favorite character for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta have balance, right?
Yeah.
You
do.
To piggyback off of that, where do you pull your inspiration from for all of these different characters? Do you pull it from TV? Do you pull it from your friends? Do you just go and people watch randomly? Where do you pull it from?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I definitely pull some of my characters when I'm babysitting and I'm being really silly with my siblings and just playing pretend or whatever. And then I think I just in long car rides, I like to play around with different voices, just see where my vocal range can go. And if I do this with my lips, how does that change the way I do it? So I think I like to create voices and then I kind of just feel out characters from there. So I don't plan too much in advance with my characters. I kind of just let them come to me. I'm just a conduit or whatever. They're through me, essentially. Yeah.
That's a sign of a great voice actor.
What'd you say?
All of that.
Oh. I don't know if I could do voice acting. I think I'd be really bad at it.
As you do it on your podcast.
Right, I was already. That's what you do right now.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do it professionally though. I'd be scared.
Well, I mean, speaking of characters, how do you keep all the characters organized in your mind? Because there's so many.
I have no idea because when we are recording, we usually like to have a few drinks in us. So sometimes we're really drunk. There have been times where we're not drunk. So I'm not going to say every time. So I honestly don't know how I keep all of the characters straight in my head, because there will be scenes where we're at a party and I have like 4 or 5 of my characters in that scene, all talking to each other and one another. And it can get really stressful, but I don't know. I just do it. I don't really have a system. Like, we kind of have a Google Doc where we'll keep some of our characters, like, oh, this is Tiffany and she's Brad's mom and all that, but I just do it. I know that's a lame answer, but that's the truth.
That's awesome. Well, that also segues into my question. What happens behind the scenes?
I don't know. It's not that exciting. There's a lot of infighting, a lot of gossip, a lot of drama. No, I'm kidding.
No. A lot of infighting.
Yeah, infighting. Yeah, basically behind the scenes is just me sitting at hunched over at my desk editing and laughing to myself because I'll be playing back the episodes that we just recorded. And sometimes like it'll just kill me. Sometimes I won't even remember what I'm editing because I'm like, wow, I was really drunk for that one segment. I did not know that happened. So I'm like listening to it for the first time. But yeah, so basically behind the scenes is just me editing and then putting up the episode online. It's kind of boring. It's the boring end of it.
Thank you guys for watching. Ron said, I need to check this out.
Links.
T, you muted yourself.
I did it like twice.
I see the lips moving. I don't.
Right? It was so important. I just gave out the cure to cancer. I just now, and now I can't remember it. And now it's done.
T, come on.
But segueing to more good stuff. So the link to the neighborhood radio is in the chat. So go check that out. And you can find the podcast on their Facebook page. So make sure you go check that out, download it, listen to it. So funny.
Mm-hmm.
So Tully, a lot of things happened to Mike in this town.
I know.
Did he just move? Like, should Mike just move?
No, he should not, because he really becomes like, now that we're in episode 27. Mm-hmm. And so the way we started it was that he was talking to all of the neighbors over a radio because they were all kind of in their own quarantine. We didn't really bring the pandemic into our storyline because I don't know, we just didn't. So, but then by probably episode 8 or 9, we kind of get away from him just talking on the radio to everybody. And we sort of, now they're all hanging out with each other in person. So by episode 27, he really has formed some really great bonds with the crazy characters in this town that we haven't even named, now that I'm saying it out loud. Like, we haven't even named our town. Radio, I guess. So no, he should not move because he's a valuable member of our community, and we really need the straight man sort of persona that he helps bring in. Because in improv, it's so important that you have straight man, and then you have the crazy characters, because they'll kind of like, kind of what herd them in so that it all makes sense.
Wow.
What are your hopes and dreams for the future of the podcast?
I hope that we just continue doing it, even though, when life is starting to get a little bit back to normal. So our schedules are getting a little busier. So I hope that the three of us can still make time and continue to grow this town, to grow our characters, to create new characters, and of course, to grow our audience. I mean, I would not complain if our audience grew a little bit. We're not trying to get famous. We're not trying to make any money off of this, really. We're just doing it for fun. We're doing it for a creative outlet. But I just really hope that we can sustain ourselves creatively, especially because it can be really draining. Sometimes you can get into a rut with improv or with, bringing back characters. Sometimes you're just kind of bored of them. But I just hope, that we just keep making fun art together.
Ron would like to know if it's just audio.
Yes, it is just audio. It's just like every other podcast, but we do hope to get them up on YouTube someday, like perhaps record ourselves while we're recording the podcast, like film ourselves while we record the podcast someday. That's our hope. But yeah, as of right now, it's just audio tracks.
Good morning, Kathy. You're welcome for the link. Good morning, Michael. How long does it take you guys to record like one episode? Like if you guys start, I don't know, 7 o'clock, like how long is it taking? Do you start at night?
Yeah, we always record at night because just after work, and that's a good time to have a drink or two. I guess you can't do it in the morning. I guess you could. It's usually we like to do a nice warm up. We call it the green room, where we just sit and we just talk to each other about whatever we want. Usually for about 30, 40 minutes, just to really warm our voices up, to get ourselves talking. Sometimes we'll find inspiration in our own conversations that we can later pull from when we're doing improv. So we do that for about 40 minutes. And then we used to have longer episodes. We used to do maybe 35, 40 minutes. We're trying to cut back to do 25 because we've gotten some really great feedback that says like our podcast just works better when it's shorter, which is totally great. It's actually easier for us too. So yeah, it's about 25 minutes, and then we'll try to record 3 episodes in one night so that we're ahead of the game and we're never like running out like, oh my God, I don't have any material to post for the Sunday. So yeah, it's like usually a 3.5 hour commitment every other Thursday or Friday. So it's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
In the future, would you have like guests? Like if any of these wonderful people that are commenting and excited about this podcast, would you ever be open to have someone come in as a guest?
Yeah, we actually, next time we record, which is going to be next Thursday, we are having our first guest finally.
Ooh,
so you guys will have to stay tuned for that. That will be, that particular episode probably won't air for another few weeks just because we're recording ahead now. But yeah, absolutely. So if there are anybody, you know, who's really passionate about improv, wants to try it out, wants to just come and have some fun with us, like, yes, let me know. We are open to guests for sure.
Should they message you, your Facebook?
Yeah, you can message my Facebook, Emily Tullock, or we do have our own Facebook, Neighborhood Radio, which a T linked in there. So you can always message that to me or Chelsea. We'll get back to you on that.
Nice. Tully, I was trying to think about how long you've been doing improv. I don't know because it's been so long. How long have you been doing improv?
A long time. I got into it when I was getting my associates in theater back at Bristol Community College. We did it a lot. So 2010 is when I was doing it. And then when I moved back to the Cape full time in 2014, it wasn't until 2016 that I then got with New Classics Company. And then I had done it, I think, 3 or 4 years there. So.
And you did it at Four Seas too. Which was around 2013, because we met each other in 2013.
Yes, so. Yes. I forgot. Yes, I also did Four Seas as well. A long time, because it's my passion. It's my absolute passion.
And you're great at it.
Thank you. It's hard because, I don't know, when you're a comedian, I don't know if every other comedian feels this way. You just feel like you're never funny and you're always in a rut. But you just keep doing it anyway because you just love it so much. So
I think that's true to anyone in the performing arts.
That's true.
I don't do improv, but I definitely feel that way a lot about acting. So I get it.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
It's hard.
It's hard. It's a hard profession.
Yeah.
Hey, Tully, Chelsea has a question for you. If you have to save Chelsea or Mike from the middle of the ocean, who would you save?
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
Neither.
This is your co-star, Chelsea, right?
What did you say?
Is this your co-star?
Yeah, that's Chelsea Hedrick. She's the other third of Neighborhood Radio. Chelsea.
Good morning, Chelsea.
She's wonderful. I'm so glad she tuned in. I would probably leave them both in the ocean, and then I could have the podcast to myself. So
there we go.
Now we know.
Juniper.
Now we know.
She's not there anymore. Oh, she moved. Hold on. There. She would be my co-star.
She looks like a very good co-star.
Yeah, she's great.
So, how do you guys put the how do you know where to go? I guess it's just improv, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that terrifying? Or
yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I think that's what draws me particularly to improv so much, is because our lives in general can be so repetitive, so mundane, so predictable, so boring. So to do improv and to have that element of, I don't know what's going to happen, the thrill of that is I feed off of that. So it gets me through. I just love not knowing where it's going to go.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. It's the same way that people jump out of airplanes for thrills, right? It's the exact same adrenaline rush to me. So, but it's safer and I'm on the ground. But what we do, like, it is all improv, but what we'll do sometimes before we record is we'll go through like, okay, what just happened in the past few episodes? Is there anything we can pick up on for the chronological storyline? Or sometimes it's as simple as like, let's take our characters to Chili's or to a water park today and see what happens. And we'll be like, okay, who can go? Who can go in the water park? Like, okay, this person, like meeting our characters. And then we usually say like, okay, who's going to start? Chelsea, you're going to start? Okay. And then that is it. So that is as much planning as it takes.
That's crazy.
Ron would like to know if you try to mess the other improvers up with lines.
Oh, I don't think that I do particularly, but my husband, Michael, loves to do that. Especially with one of my characters. He's kind of a ripoff of the Saw guy. He's really bad at his job. He's really bad at like torturing and capturing people. And what Mike loves to do every time is like really thwart my plans. Like, and he tries to you're not supposed to negate an improv, which is one of the big rules. But the way that he negates my character is very funny. He's always throwing my character under the bus, and I love it. It is so good. So yeah, definitely as an improviser, you can, and people do that. I don't think that I do that as much.
As much. Alrighty. So Tully, we're gonna go into answering the song of the day. Feel free to throw some suggestions out there if you like.
But be sure to check the podcast on the Facebook.
Yes, please.
For the Book of the Face.
The Book on the Face. Give
them a like, give them a listen. And if you're interested in being a guest in the future, hit them up.
Yeah.
Have lots of fun. It's a funny podcast. It's worth it.
It's a really funny podcast.
Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Thanks for coming on.
What'd you say?
Thanks for coming on.
Oh, thank you guys so much for having me. It was an absolute blast. I love you guys.
We love you.
I lost you. Okay, I found you. Okay. Here is the link to the Buzzsprout. Why is that so hard to say?
Buzzsprout
link to the podcast. So make sure you check that out. It's so funny. I gotta say, I don't know. I think Mike needs like a helmet, or I don't know, like just security 24/7. He just needs.
I know, we beat him up. But he loves it. He loves the attention.
Alrighty, are you guys ready?
Ready. Are you ready?
Okay. Ready.
All right. The artist's name for the song is in the clues for the song.
And the song clue is it's a weird parody of a Jason Derulo song. We told you it was hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Think of parody.
Think. Jason Derulo. Does anybody else feel like that's too much, like all the time?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. So it's a weird parody of a Jason Derulo song.
When were they big, T? The 90s, right? Or early 2000s?
Oh God, 80s, 90s. They've stayed relevant 30 plus years. Very, very funny.
Lots of parodies. Lots of parodies.
Yeah. They say like imitation is like the deepest cool thing.
The deepest form of flattery or something like that, right?
Cool thing. Okay,
what
so
else can we give them? I don't want to give it away. It's so
I know
blatant. So yes, Maxie. Yes, we're getting there.
Yes, Weird Al.
Weird Al. So now think of his.
And the song is a weird parody, Weird Al, of the Jason Derulo song, of a Jason Derulo song.
Hard.
Yeah. My youngest, every time they heard this song, they would hear the chorus of the song and then they would just like whisper garbage can. Every single time. It was the funniest thing.
PJ, we miss you.
Hi,
PJ. My morning.
Oh my God.
Just made my morning. Hi, PJ. I haven't seen PJ forever because she moved and left us.
Excuse me why I cry. All right, guys, it's Weird Al. So we got there. Now think of his hits.
Mm-hmm. I keep going back in my head. No. Think about garbage cans.
Yeah, they're not clean. They're something. What's the opposite of clean?
Dirty.
Okay.
Can I say it? Dirty.
Yeah.
So we're one step closer. So Weird Al, we got dirty.
It's 2 words. Dirty's the second word.
It's 3 words.
It's 3 words. Dirty's the second.
4 words. It's 4 words.
Jesus Christ.
It's 4 words.
I'm all done, guys. I'm just gonna take a nap here.
4 words.
Oh my God, I want to Google it so bad, but I'm not going
to. Dirty is the second word.
Mm-hmm.
The last word's the opposite of you.
Me.
Uh-huh. And the first word is what we're doing right now. Oh God, dirty little girly thing.
No.
No, Maxie. Make it quite uncomfortable.
So the first word's what we're doing now. The second word's the opposite of clean, and the last word is opposite of you. Yes, Maxie!
Yes!
Wow.
Talk dirty to me. That was the name of the song. Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
the parody is what is it
again? Talk dirty to me? Oh, yeah. I think it's still
embrace your geekiness. So it's
talk nerdy to me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing real hard ones today, but we're trying to embrace the nerd and the geeky and
that's good.
Yeah,
yeah, we're sorry about that. But yes, Maxie, talk nerdy to me.
Yeah. Good job, guys. Thanks for struggling with us for that.
Wonderful,
I guess we'll be a little easier next week.
Well.
Okay. We like to make you think. Use that noggin of yours. 7:30 in the morning.
Tully, thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you for sharing your podcast with us. Neighborhood. Why do I keep forgetting?
Neighborhood radio.
Nope, Neighborhood radio.
Yes, thank you.
I want to say Neighborhood podcast, and on your podcast, like your initials are NBR.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking I was like clicking on NPR.
NPR, yeah.
It took me to a place.
Thank you guys for having me. I very much appreciate it.
Thanks so much. It's been so much fun.
It's been a blast.
Yay, boss.
Don't forget to check it out on their Facebook.
Yes.
Don't forget to like our podcast and share it.
That too.
Check out their podcast and share it. And T, take it away.
Remember, hurt people, so keep an eye on your pain.
Godspeed, stay safe, and we'll see you next week.
Deuces! Have a wonderful week. Thank you so much, Tully.
Thank you, Tully.
Bye, guys.